All right, welcome back. So we have basically an episode of stuff happening between now and the last episode because we filmed it and then some very bad, horrible things happened and we don't have it anymore. So I'm just going to run you through what's different from last time. Basically, created a kind of a transition into the next part. And I added a sidechain for all of my non-percussive stuff. I sidechained it to the kick. I'll just let you look at that. It's basically just what I do is I set all of my channels that I want to compress or sidechain compress to one return track, and then I just put the compressor on that track so that I'm only using one. That saves a lot of CPU. And then the second part of that is basically I'm using a small clip of white noise to trigger every time the kick hits, instead of just sidechaining to the kick, which can get you into some trouble. So, and then I just have a snare sidechain as well. And if you want to learn more about my method on how I do this, I'm going to be creating a video pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. And then the next thing I did was I started creating some rhythmic bass stuff going on with some new sounds here. As you can see, I've got a bunch of automation in here. So I'll let you listen to what's going on so far, and then I'll just sort of walk you through this as well. Okay, so that's basically the basis for what I'm going to be doing here. So I've got this space here, and what I'm doing is I have a macro knob in Massive that I'm automating for most of the movement here, and then I'm reinforcing that movement with an auto filter on top of it. You can see the two automations here. And then on the group channel, I'm just slowly bringing up a filter here. I think actually I should bring down a little bit at the beginning. And then I have this second bass, which is just kind of a notch filter bass with some distortion happening inside of Massive. And then I've got an auto pan on it to give it that wobbly sound. So it's... Okay, and I think actually before the drums come in, I'm just going to drag this guy out and get rid of this guy. Okay. It's back to how it was. And then duplicate those. All right, so now I'm going to see how it'll sound with some drums in. I think what we should actually do is sample out or render out the drums the same way we did here, and then put some effects over them. So let's just go back to here. Create a new track. And I'm going to set the outputs to that track in this drum resync. sample. Same for the snare. So we only need this section because it repeats. So I'm going to set our parameters, put the punch in and punch out buttons on, and record. Okay. Now we can put these back to master. Oh, and by the way, Nate is here.
Yeah,
he's here.
I sometimes like to show up during the writing process so that I can tell my friends that I wrote a cool song and get all credit for it. Yeah.
Yeah, yo, see that song?
Yeah, I sat down next to him.
I was there for that.
I sat in a chair while it was being made and made suggestions, and he said no to them, but I still did it. Hi, everyone.
Yay, Nate. Okay, so all right, so now that we have our clip, we do all sorts of cool stuff with it, like put an EQ on it, make it like a bandpass. Basically the same thing we already did, but
now it's different.
Now we can chop it up maybe. How about?
Just fuck with it. Just an EQ, and now it's different. It's crazy.
And our good friends Erosion and Redux. All right, so okay.
Here's some chords coming.
Yeah, we need some chords, but first we need to kind of introduce these drums better. They just come out of nowhere.
Cool. Fade guy.
Yeah, and so I'll see how this works if I just bring the EQ out a little bit there. Just to be high, come down to here. Whoops. Okay, it's a little better. We're definitely gonna need a bunch of like more backgroundy stuff happening. obviously. It sounds very dry right now. So let's give ourselves some context. I actually want this to ring out for way longer. I'm going to actually automate this feedback. Bring it way up. Okay, and now that I give myself more context, I realize this should probably be happening starting from here. Oh, let's lock envelopes real quick. We'll extend the automation out to here.
Much better.
Okay, and one last thing is I want to, I guess two last things.
For this episode.
Yeah, I want to just automate the volume a little bit as well, because I really don't want you to hear it at all on the first hit. Okay, that's better. And then we want a little bit of more of a contrast when it comes in. So, oops, not the volume. Automate the EQ to come up just a little bit there, a little more drastic. Okay, maybe not quite that much. And then we'll add like a crash. We'll probably just big crush this guy, make him quieter. And then we'll be good, and we'll add some chords and elaborate on more of this rhythm here. So we'll do that on the next episode, and I will see you then.